What's up everybody, OT for Tech here, and this is the circle case for the LG G3. It gets its name because of that giant circle window you see on the front of the case. It's a portfolio style case and LG has made it just for the LG G3. I don't know the exact retail value, I just know that I paid $60 for this particular model imported from Korea. It comes in lime green, gold, white, black, and pink. And you're going to be able to purchase it here in the United States just as soon as they release the LG G3 for the US carriers. This would be considered a portfolio style case. It's very similar to your S View covers or your S Smart cover, but it has its own functionality. If you take a look here, it has a cutout for your call speaker as well as an LED notification light cutout. The bottom portion of the front side of the case, you're going to see the LG G3 branding. And if we flip the case over on the bottom left corner, you're going to have a cutout for your speaker itself. And moving on up, you can see you have a cutout for your laser autofocus, your camera which has OIS, as well as your volume up and down and power button, and your dual LED flash. You also got some LG logoing right there in the center of the case. What I really like about this case is the fact that it doesn't give you a giant indentation where the volume up and down and power buttons are. In fact, it's almost flush and it sits smooth, so you're going to be able to glide your finger and feel those buttons very easily. On the bottom part of the case, you have a large enough opening to access your micro USB charging port, as well as a microphone and your 3.5mm headphone jack. And if we take a look at the top of the case, you're going to see a cutout for your IR blaster as well as another microphone. They are very large openings, so they're not going to give you too much protection when it comes to the top portion and the bottom portion of your case. To install this case, you're going to need to remove the factory back cover. This will be your back cover from now on, and it's also going to give you wireless charging, which is built into the case itself. So to install it, remove the back cover and simply click your phone into the back part of this case. Once that is done, you're good to go. I love the feeling of this case. It's plastic all the way around it, but it feels almost like a seat belt. It has the same kind of texture. And of course, like most portfolio style cases, if you open it, it automatically unlocks your phone, and closing it will lock your phone. And you can see once you lock your phone, it actually accesses a clock to fill in that circle window. Speaking of the circle window, there's no built-in screen protector, so you will be touching bare screen. It still has the double tap feature to wake up your device, so it's not losing any of the functionality that's built into the G3 itself. Now, if you swipe to the right or the left or up and down, whichever way you swipe, you're going to get access to the applications you have set for on the fly, as well as your settings. If you go into the settings, you have options for different clock faces, and I really hope that LG expands this and allows for third-party applications to be able to use this window as well. And if you go into the clocks, you have different kind of colors and you can choose different styles. They even have a clock that's almost similar to the one found on the Lincoln vehicles. Once you find the clock you want, simply tap on it and press the back button. Give it a little swipe and there you go. One really awesome feature with this case is the fact that you can simply do a double tap, give it a little swipe, and go into your call history. Once you go into your call history, you can not only view your missed calls, but you can also place a phone call by simply tapping the little green phone. You also have full functionality of your camera, so you can access your camera on the fly through the circle window, and it actually takes a picture in full screen, so it doesn't give you a picture that's the size of the circle window. And of course, if you want to view your camera in full screen, simply flip the cover back and it's not going to interfere with the camera whatsoever because there's no built-in screen protector. And this goes for landscape and portrait mode. The in-the-hand feel of this case is excellent. It doesn't add too much bulk, too much thickness, or too much weight. Plus, the buttons on the rear are fully accessible, and I've had no problems with that whatsoever. But as you can see here in a close-up, it almost looks like the circular portion of the case is cutting into the laser autofocus, but that is not the case. I have not had any issues with focusing at night with this particular case on my phone. One thing I love is when you wake up the device with this case on it, you can see the lights that go around the circle. It's very futuristic and it's very classy. If you go into the settings app on your phone itself, there's actually a circle case setting. If you go into that, you can actually turn on and off a very short supply of apps to access on the fly with the circle case closed. You also have access to turning on and off the auto unlock feature built into the case. So if you simply swipe to the right, you can see where I turned on the music application and I can access it now on the fly. If I had to pick one thing that I don't like about this case, it's the fact that I wish there was a little latch or it was more magnetic to keep closed, because sometimes when pulling it out of my pocket, it opens or just wiggles and turns on the screen. I haven't tried too many cases for the G3, but I can tell you I honestly love this case. So I hope you guys like this review. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, follow me on all my social media connections, and leave me a comment in the section below to let me know what you want in the G3 full review. And of course, as always guys, I thank you for watching and all your support.